Good day, Ridgefield community. It's Mr. Houlihan with an important message for rising 10th graders, rising 11th graders, and rising 12th graders with regards to course selection. So, as you can see here, I am on the Ridgefield homepage, and I'm going to minimize myself and bring myself down to the lower part of the screen. So I'd like to point out our program of studies, which will help you in selecting courses. If you go to our homepage, there's two ways in which you can get to the program of studies. Under Programs, look at that drop-down, click on RHS School Counseling Center, and over to the left, there's the program of studies, which is a viewable Google Doc, or you can expand it over here. The other way in which you can access it by going back to the homepage, clicking on Students, scrolling down and looking at Program of Studies scheduling information. Go into the next school year, 23-24, double click on that folder, and again it will open up a PDF. So let's take a look at this 56-page document. First and foremost, there's a table of contents that I'd like to highlight. And first click on Graduation Requirements. It will take you to page 4, where you'll have an opportunity to review what it is that a student needs in order to graduate from high school in Connecticut. Graduating from high school at Ridgefield is a little different than being accepted into a college. For example, all you need is 1 year or 1 credit of a world language. However, to be accepted into UConn, you need 2 years of a world language. For other competitive colleges, you might need 3 years of a world language. Also, do keep in mind that when you scroll down to the suggested 4-year planner for rising 10th graders and 11th graders, and even for 12th graders, you'll see that science, we suggest that you consider 2. The reason for that is you need a total of 9 STEM credits, and even if you were to take 1 math and 1 science every single year, without another STEM class, you'd only end up with 8 credits. So this is why we suggest another science. Consider something in tech ed, maybe even you want to take a second math, so on and so forth. Keep that in mind. So this is also a good place to sort of do some research. For course requirements, remember that 9th and 10th graders need 7 credits on their schedule, and 11th and 12th graders will need 6 credits on their schedule. If you scroll down to pages 7 and 8, you'll see an annotated sort of listing of the different courses that are offered. But if you go into like English, just to give you an idea, this is what a course description looks like. And if we were to go back to the beginning of our document, you'd see what the course description key describes. You'll see course title, the course cluster, the requirements, the total credits, the homework codes, and the description for the course. The other thing that I also want to highlight is on our course selection website, and you can access that through our RHS School Counseling page. At the top, it says click here for course selection website. And over to the left, if you look at graduation requirements, those documents exist on their own there. And looking at how to read teacher recommendations, you'll have to log into the parent-student portal. There's a description here, and then also an important screen to access is the graduation progress screen. So when you're in the parent portal, if you look at the left side, you'll see graduation progress, and a screen will appear on the listing of courses. It kind of looks like the grid of our graduation requirements, but it lists students' current courses and courses that they will need to take in the future. So we hope that this information has been helpful, and there are some upcoming clips to watch. Here we are in the parent-student portal, and on the left side of the navigation, I'm going to click on class registration, and it will bring up a number of classes that I can click on. So let's start with English. This is just an example of one particular student. So when I click on English, there are a couple of pieces of information that need to be highlighted here. So you'll see that I cannot click on English Language AP because prerequisites have not been met. I can look at my recommendations here and click on those. And once I have a little green checkbox, I can go ahead and click OK. It's important for students to meet with their school counselors in order to finalize their schedules, but this is just a short piece of information with regards to the course selection process. I'd also like to call your attention to the graduation progress screen, as I mentioned previously. If you click on that, you'll see these are the requirements as highlighted in the requirement grid from our program of studies. These are the courses that the student has completed. This is what the student is currently taking, and this is what is needed to graduate. So once the student completes these courses and earns credit for them at the ending of the school year, this will be updated for them. So some important information with regards to when students will be meeting with their school counselors for the course selection process for 2023 to 2024. Current 10th graders will be meeting with their school counselors in their English classes. In other words, they will report to English class, and either at the beginning of the period or halfway through the period, they will go as a group down to the school counseling office on the 2nd of February or the 3rd, the 6th, or the 7th. The teachers have that exact schedule when that will be occurring. 9th graders will be called down with their health or physical education classes on February 8th, 9th, 10th, or 11th. If a 9th grader happens to not have health or physical education this particular semester, their school counselor will connect with them individually, not to worry. And then finally, for our rising 12th graders, the current juniors, we like to have individual meetings with students. So those students can look to their email to see if they've already been invited by the school counselor. They can also email their school, or they can refer to the January 26th email that was sent from Ridgefield High School at 7:32 a.m. That letter actually has links to make appointments with specific counselors. So that's been a lot of information. We in school counseling at Ridgefield High School hope that this has been helpful for you. If you do have any particular questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to contact me or your school counselor, and hope that the course selection process goes well for you. Go Tigers.